there's a concern of AI being a significant influence in elections. And even if you say that AI doesn't have agency, well, it's very likely that people will use the AI as a tool in elections. You know, if the AI is smart enough, are they using the tool or is the tool using them? So I think things are getting weird, and they're getting weird fast.
At what point does it start to really change our society, do you think?
I think it starts to have probably an impact this year.
Wow. This year. Shocking claims from Twitter CEO Elon Musk during part 2 of his exclusive interview with Tucker Carlson.
Joe Concha joins us now. Joe, you know, look, I'm following Elon's lead here. The man is brilliant. Yeah. Nobody can discredit him on that. So when he says that we could feel the effects of AI this year, I believe him. What do you think?
And particularly, Ashley, and I'm with you, in elections, right, in the political process, we already saw social media companies, whether that be Twitter, whether that be Facebook, big tech in general, have such influence on our previous 2 elections, 2016, 2020, in basically acting as a super PAC for the Democratic Party in terms of getting certain messages out while suppressing others. AI is infinitely more powerful, according to Elon Musk. And if you think it's going to slow down, we heard Elon talk about a 6-month pause so we can see exactly what we have here, because this technology is so far beyond our grasp already that we may not be able to control it. That's not going to happen, because this is a $27 billion industry right now. AI is, right? In 4 years, it is projected to be 10 times larger. And if you think China is going to hold back in this situation, let's put it this way. We had an arms race between the U.S. and the Soviet Union when it came to nuclear weapons. There's going to be an arms race as well between the U.S., China, other countries in terms of who can get a grasp and can weaponize AI as much as possible and as quickly as possible. And if the money is there, then forget about it. This thing's going to spiral out of control with very little regulation. Elon Musk is one of the few people, Todd, talking about this right now, while our government isn't saying much.
And Joe, you raised the important point. I mean, my takeaways from this interview, Elon's really smart. Even he doesn't fully grasp AI. What are the chances that the bureaucrats and our elected officials in Washington understand what the heck is going in? Slim to none, and Slim just left the building. Meantime, Elon Musk didn't just talk about AI. He also talked about declining birth rates. Watch.
So you have birth control and, you know, abortions and whatnot. Now you can still satisfy the limbic instinct, but not procreate. So we haven't yet evolved to deal with that, because this is all fairly recent, you know, the last 50 years or so. For birth control. You know, so I'm sort of worried that, hey, civilization, you know, if we don't make enough people to at least sustain our numbers, perhaps increase a little bit, then civilization is going to crumble.
Joe, why doesn't the left seem to be concerned by that? And in fact, I would argue, seems to be encouraging fewer humans on the planet.
Embracing it, right? You have representatives like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who says she's never going to have a family, never going to have kids, because climate change is going to kill everybody anyway, so why bring somebody into a world like that? And marriage rates, as we've seen, are declining significantly. Less and less people getting married, therefore less and less people having children. It's a very valid point, Ashley. Mm-hmm.
You know, meantime, Joe, there's some terrifying security footage capturing a vicious attack on an NYPD officer in the Bronx. This happened on Monday, and you mentioned AOC, but now New York Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez says crime is falling dramatically in the Bronx. Listen.
What the data has showed us is that if you respond to violence as a public health issue instead of as an incarceration issue, violence decreases. And that's what we're doing here at Jacoby Hospital.
Eric Adams has just increased police wages by 28%. Mm-hmm. Is that misplaced?
I think so. We are now at a point where officially most officers are paid more than a teacher with a master's degree. We are defunding safety, defunding our public schools, defunding our public pools.
I want her stats there, because I know for sure at least one of those was a flat-out lie.
Several, actually. And one thing she didn't say is that she still supports defunding the police. She has not backed off that stance, while other politicians were smart enough to say, wait, this is a crazy idea. So, look, 4,000 NYPD officers resigned last year because they didn't feel appreciated, they didn't feel respected by leaders like AOC or the mayor or the district attorneys. So a lot of them went to Florida to go work there, where they truly are incentivized and truly are appreciated. The bottom line is that New York is a close second behind California in terms of people and companies leaving because they simply still do not feel safe. And this fallacy that somehow they are safer now is incredible, and it's only being said by AOC, but not by her constituents.
Maybe she was joking because it's a comedy show, not a very funny comedy show. Joe Concha's funny. We appreciate it.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.